Driving into Death Valley from the surrounding Mojave Desert is like arriving in the middle of a set for a 1950s science fiction film. In 1969, NASA could have used it as the location for a faked moon landing, and there are some who think it did. This is the hottest and driest place in America, 85 meters below sea level. Summer temperatures can hit 130 degrees Fahrenheit. The eroded contours of Zabriskie Point have an otherworldly appearance, seen in very few other places on Earth, like the mountains on Mars. Shoshone Indians lived here for 1,000 years, until the white men discovered its riches in the mid-1800s and ended their traditional way of life. Death Valley is rich in precious metals and minerals like borax, used since the late 1900s for washing many a dust-encrusted Western pioneer shirt. In 1883, William Coleman started the Harmony Borax Works near Furnace Creek. It was manned by 30 Chinese laborers earning $1.50 for a 10-hour shift, scraping the white gold from the dried-out lake and hauling it to the mill to be refined. The material was loaded into trains of 5 oak wagons, pulled by teams of 20 mules to the railhead at Mojave, a round trip of 330 miles. But by 1888, borax prices had fallen, and the Harmony Works was closed, leaving the industry to other companies near the railheads. The Chinese workers headed west to California, and the wagons and engines which had helped build the industry were left to rot in the desert. Dotting the landscape are yuccas peculiar to this area. Mormon pioneers called them Joshua trees because they resemble the Old Testament prophet Joshua, waving them on toward the promised land. The road from Furnace Creek was made for the borax wagons and their mule teams, but there are other travelers now, and other forms of transport, and people have different reasons for traveling.
We're training for the Badwater race that's coming up in July.
What?
When it'll be hotter, you know.
So how far is that race?
That one's 135 miles. That's the real deal, you know. So this is just like the practice, you know, to kind of get used to the
heat.
Putting the ice in my ear and just kind of trying out new sports drinks, things like that, just to kind of get used to feeling hot and get the routine down, you know.
Fact can often be stranger than fiction in Death Valley.